I can't imagine there's many people that think Dillon Gabriel's a better quarterback than SHEDEUR Sanders. I don't care where they were drafted. And if the Browns are the one team that thinks that, then I'm going to suspect it's not true. They don't know what they're doing.
They've been wrong every quarterback evaluation for 30 years.
Right.
I never root against anybody.
Yeah.
But I'd be surprised if Dillon Gabriel's ever a legitimate starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Dillon Gabriel versus SHEDEUR Sanders. The debate is heating up, but it's becoming clearer that SHEDEUR is pulling ahead. Despite facing less support from his team, Sanders continues to shine. Gabriel, on the other hand, has been getting more first-team reps in training, but his performances have been underwhelming. The pressure is mounting, and Gabriel seems to be hurting his own chances. With Sanders showing poise and consistency, even in challenging circumstances, it's hard to ignore the fact that he's making a stronger case for himself as the top quarterback. The battle is far from over, but SHEDEUR looks to be leading. Dillon Gabriel is During today's practice, Dillon Gabriel had another chance to reset, dropping back to get a better look downfield. But something wasn't right. He hesitated, couldn't find his target, and ended up forcing a throw. The result? A costly interception. What made it worse was that he didn't even see the defender sneaking into the passing lane. It was the kind of mistake you'd expect from a rookie still finding his footing, not someone supposed to be taking first-team reps. Moments like these only fuel the growing question. Why is Gabriel getting prioritized over SHEDEUR right now? And that wasn't the only mistake of the day. Let's take a look at this play. Here's the thing. The play was there for Dillon Gabriel to make. The defense had collapsed the pocket, and everyone was bunched up near the middle. The entire left flank was wide open. All Dillon had to do was roll out, use his legs, and maybe even hit his wide receiver in stride. But instead, he panicked. He forced a throw right into the defensive line. No angle, no awareness. And just like that, it turned into a turnover. It wasn't just a bad decision. It was a complete failure to read the field and take what was given to him. After today's pressure, he still couldn't manage to complete the simplest of throws. It's one thing to struggle when the defense is breathing down your neck, but these were basic plays that every quarterback should make with ease. Let's take a look at this play. SHEDEUR Sanders, on the other hand, was electric during the training he was there. He looked more confident than ever, and every time he took the ball, it seemed like he had a plan in mind. Let's break down this play. SHEDEUR took a step back, eyes scanning, ball in hand. The pressure was coming fast, defenders closing in from every angle. But in the midst of the chaos, SHEDEUR saw what others didn't: an opening. Calm under pressure, he stepped up, using perfect footwork to slice through the gap. And just when it looked like the play might collapse, he locked onto his target, a wide receiver breaking near the sideline. One flick of the wrist, boom, touchdown. Precision, awareness, execution, classic SHEDEUR. It's moments like these that show why he's the guy for the starting role. SHEDEUR didn't just stop at one touchdown, he followed it up with another. And this time, the defense was even tighter, more compact than before. Let's break down this play. SHEDEUR Sanders quickly assessed the field, tight, compressed, with no room to step up and throw through the middle. The lines weren't spread wide enough for a clean pocket, and the defense was closing in fast. But with sharp instincts, SHEDEUR didn't force it. He rolled out to the right, and the defenders, thinking it was a run, collapsed in to contain him. But that was the bait. As they committed and left just the slightest gap in the coverage, SHEDEUR saw it. With perfect timing, he threaded a dart through the lines, hitting his wide receiver in stride. It was calculated, calm, and absolutely clutch, a textbook play that showed exactly why he's becoming the top choice. Garrett Bush weighed in, and he didn't hold back. He pointed out what many were thinking, that early on, SHEDEUR Sanders wasn't getting enough reps to truly showcase his skills. But now, the reps are piling up, the opportunities are there, and here's the kicker. His efficiency has only improved. It's getting sharper with each passing day. Garrett put it bluntly. People can lie, but numbers, they don't lie. And right now, those numbers are saying one thing loud and clear. SHEDEUR Sanders is the real deal.
We'll talk about SHEDEUR Sanders and why it's getting spooky out here in these streets for people. It ain't too much you can deflect with this one. Men lie, women lie, but these numbers and these highlights don't.
Garrett Bush didn't just react, he predicted it. From the very beginning, he said that when the opportunity finally came to SHEDEUR Sanders, he would make the most of it. And now, SHEDEUR is doing exactly that. Garrett said it clearly. I knew once he started stacking up those touchdowns and completions, everybody was going to shut up. And that's exactly what's happening. The doubt? It's quiet now. The criticism? Fading fast. Because when SHEDEUR steps on that field, he's not just proving a point, he's rewriting the story. The narrative is shifting, and SHEDEUR's leading the charge.
I told you about 12. I told you about him. I said, listen, he's going to get an opportunity. And when he get that opportunity, ain't really much you can say.
What truly sets SHEDEUR Sanders apart isn't just his performance on the field, it's his mindset. His approach to the game is on a whole different level. In his own words, SHEDEUR isn't out there trying to be some ripped-up quarterback chasing wins at any cost, especially when those wins aren't earned. That's not who he is. Instead, he handles pressure with a calm, grounded mentality. I remind myself to find the goodness in small things, he shared. It's a simple outlook, but it keeps him focused, centered, and mentally sharp. He understands he's living the dream, doing what he loves, on the path he's always envisioned, and by recognizing that, he stays balanced, shedding the weight of high expectations. It's this mindset that keeps him ahead of the game.
Definitely say you just got to find the good in things. So, every day is a consistent journey. It's a consistent battle. But I feel like I'm handling everything the way I'm supposed to.
In conclusion, the debate between Dillon Gabriel and SHEDEUR Sanders has evolved beyond just a question of talent. It's become about execution, mindset, and handling pressure. Dillon Gabriel has had his fair share of opportunities, but his struggles are becoming more apparent. His recent performance, especially with the fumbles and inconsistent play, has only drawn attention to his inability to execute under pressure. It's clear Gabriel is still fumbling with not just the ball, but his rhythm and decision-making, something that SHEDEUR Sanders is excelling at. On the other hand, SHEDEUR's performance has been the opposite. His poise, calmness, and mental clarity have been on full display every time he steps onto the field. He's not just relying on raw talent, he's executing with precision and an exceptional understanding of the game. His efficiency has only grown as the opportunities increase, and his ability to stay grounded under pressure makes him the far more reliable option moving forward. As Gabriel continues to struggle with fumbles and missed opportunities, SHEDEUR is not just rising to the occasion, he's taking control of the narrative. With each passing day, it's becoming increasingly clear. SHEDEUR Sanders is ready to lead. So what do you think? Is Dillon Gabriel's inconsistency and fumbling a sign that he's losing control of the starting role? Or do you think he can turn it around and prove he's still the guy? And when it comes to SHEDEUR Sanders, is his poise and sharp decision-making enough to lock him in as the future of the team? Could Gabriel still have a shot at reclaiming the top spot, or is it already SHEDEUR's to lose? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below, and let's dive into the discussion.